Hi, hi, hi. So, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm Tina Carini with Sponge and Stamp with Tina. Um, so we're live. It's Thursday night. It is 7:32 Eastern Standard Time, and I am excited to be here. I hope that you guys are too. Um, let's give a few minutes for everybody to jump on, hoping that you guys will jump on here pretty soon. So I have a few announcements to make, and I say announcements, but they're really just kind of housekeeping stuff of what's going on. And if you're joining me with in YouTube watching the replay of this, thank you so much and welcome. I will have everything listed in the descriptions down below and up top for this. So if you're not getting my newsletters yet, there is a link in the top that for to sign up for my free newsletter so that you don't miss anything. So so I'm not going to waste time here. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and do this. So this is started today. It's bonus days, so they're back. We haven't had bonus days in a couple of years, and they're a lot of fun, and it's a good way for you to save money in August. With every $50 that you spend in the month of July, in August, you get to redeem a $5 coupon. So you get a $5 coupon emailed to you from Stampin' Up. It is not from me, it's from Stampin' Up. And save those coupons because Stampin' Up does not keep track of them. And if you lose them, then they're gone. So take pictures of them, whatever you have to do to make sure that you save those coupon codes so that in August you can redeem them. There's no limit on how many you can get or how many you can use at one time. Okay, so let's do this one. This started today too with the new online exclusives that's been added. I will have a link for those for you guys to go. Okay, for you guys to go straight to them so you can see the truck. The truck punch is expected, from what I understand, to sell out. So if you guys are interested in that, don't wait. Go ahead and get that ordered. And let's see here. So the next one is for today and tomorrow only. You can save up to 50%, and it's only current subscribers for Paper Pumpkin. So you can save up to 50% on any past kits that are available, refills, and add-ons. Okay, and that's it. I didn't get my host code put up here, and I didn't get my class, but my in-person class is July 21st and 22nd, I believe. Let me look here real quick. July 20th and 21st. So Thursday night on the 20th would be my evening class at 6:30. And then on the 21st, Friday the 21st, is my late morning class at 11 o'clock. So if you live local and you would like to come, please let me know. RSVP by email, or you can text message me, or just go to the events and click that you're going. Okay, I think that that is it. So let me see if I can get back to here somehow or another. I don't want to remove it. There we go. Okay, so today we're going to be doing some color blocking. I would show you some samples, but I think I'm going to save them till the end of some cards that I did. They're a lot of fun. They're really beautiful. Some of them, the colors are, to me, are striking, and I absolutely love them. Let's go ahead and get started. I cannot find where I wrote all my measurements down, though. So we'll have to probably do this with a ruler, and that's okay. We can do that. Let me switch cameras here so that you can see what we're doing. Let me get this out of the way here. There we go. Okay, so the colors that I'm choosing to use for this one is Starry Sky. We're using Basic White, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. Um, we have our card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and fold that. I'm just going to do it like this, just in case I didn't get my fold line right where it needs to be. So there we go. I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a nice burnishing, just like so. And what you're going to do is we're going to put this aside because we don't need it. And I'm bringing in another layer here of cardstock. This is basic white. This is 5 1/4 by 4, I think. Let me make sure. I don't want to give you wrong measurements. I will put all the right measurements. Oh, my ruler is gone. Lovely. It always happens. If you guys saw my desk right now, you'd probably have a heart attack because it is it's pretty messy. Yes, 4. So it's 5 1/4 by 4. This is what we're going to do our color block on. So I'm going to bring in my silicone mat because we're going to be using some glue. And this is for die cutting. This is for our sentiment and our image, our focal image. Then these are the colors that we're going to be using. So this piece right here is 2 1/8 by 5 1/4. And we're going to put this down here. But before we adhere anything, we're going to stamp on these. And actually, I'm going to emboss this one. I'm using the wood grain embossing folder, and I'm just going to stick this in here just like so, get it as straight as I can, and then I'm going to run it through my Stampin' Cut emboss machine. But I've already done that to save a little time. So there is, this is just a beautiful color. It's so pretty. It's showing like a brighter blue than it is. It's more of a purpley bright blue. But it's really beautiful, beautiful color. And then, of course, we've got our pool party. And we're going to stamp on this, and we're going to stamp on our Daffodil Delight. So I got ahead of myself a little bit. We're going to move this out of the way so we don't get anything on it. We're going to bring this piece and this piece in. So I thought what I would do is we're going to stamp tone on tone. So this is pool party. So I'm going to bring in my pool party ink. I am using the Cottage Wreath stamp set and the Cottage Country Wreath dies for this particular card. And so I pulled out this leaf bunch here, whatchamacallit, and I'm just going to ink that up in pool party. And then I'm bringing in a scrap piece of paper here too, because we're going to just randomly stamp our little leaves on here. Well, I didn't mean for that to go in the same direction, but it's okay. So we've got that. So if you wanted to put some more in here, you most certainly could. You could just go just like that. So if you guys are commenting, I am not seeing them, and I am not sure why. Okay, so we're going to use Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to bring in my Daffodil Delight. Ooh. And I am taking the little dots that are on here. But I think they're supposed to be berries. So we're going to use those as our, we're just going to randomly do this too. We're going to come off. Oops. You guys are going to really like this. This is really cool. So what color blocking is when you just take blocks of colors and you put them together. You can use, you can kind of do a monochromatic if you want to, but it looks better, I think, in my opinion, if you use contrasting colors. There's all kinds of different ways that you can do it. You can do it the way that I'm doing it, where you have longer pieces and smaller pieces. And then you can do it where you just do the same strips across. And I have a card that I'm going to show you how I did that one. That go across. You can do triangles. You can do them where you have a matting behind it, and then you like see, like let's pretend the white is our matting, and then you put that on there like so. You can do it like that. You can even use blocks. Let me show you that too. I am going to use this, and I'm going to use this block right here. So let's just take some Daffodil Delight because we have it. It's right here. So you can do that on your card. Just ink it up really good, and then you can just stamp it down just like so. And then you have a block of color. You can do a different block. Let's use a little bit of this. This is brighter. This is one of the new colors, Azure Blue. It's so pretty. And then you can just put that like right there. Just you could do it any way you wanted to, and it's just another way of doing color blocking. Okay. So let me go on here, close those up, move this out of the way. So we've got those done. So now I'm going to bring back in my match, and we're going to glue these down. So I'm going to use some liquid glue, I think, if I have enough. I might have to open another bottle. And I'm going to use liquid glue because you guys know I don't do anything straight. So it gives me a lot of wiggle room to line these up just right. So I am going to just put some glue around the edge of this. And I'm being careful not to put too much because I don't want it to ooze out the sides of it. Oh, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I'm not seeing comments. If you guys are leaving me comments, I keep looking, but there's not any. I don't know. But welcome, welcome. Okay, so you just want to look and see, because if you line it up just right, then everything is going to fit perfectly. Okay, and then I'm going to put my pool party up at the top here. And that's just going to butt up right against that one right there, just like so. And this is one, and oh, I don't have my I don't know where my rulers went to. I know one of them got confiscated. Hey, Kim, it got confiscated for when we went crabbing so that we could measure the crabs, because here in Georgia they have to be at least 5 inches from point to point. So that one is somewhere with all the crabbing stuff. Okay, so this is 1 7/8, I believe. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 7/8. 1 7/8, and then this is 2 1/8 is what this one was. And like I said, I'll make sure that I have all the measurements in the description for you guys. And also, I am in the works of making arrangements to where, oh, this is going to be a little bit too long, but that's okay. We can just take our scissors. I am going to, probably in August, I'm going to have give the opportunity for those who don't live locally or maybe can't quite make it to, wow, a lot of these kind of went over. You know what? I'm probably just going to leave the majority of this. No, I'm going to trim it. So to attend my classes, I'm going to make it to where you can take my online class too. It'll be the same class, but just if you can't make the in-person class, you'll be able to take the online class. It'll be really like in the mail, and I'll have a PDF file and email that to you and all that stuff. Okay, so there we go. That's good enough. I'm okay with that. Sometimes that happens. Like if you're off just a little bit with your measurements, but it's no worries because you can take your trimmer and fix it, except for that right down there. I'm going to trim that one. And so, yeah, so I think that will be fun. I'm in the works of doing that. I'm hoping that for in August, I'll be able to start that up. So there we go. All right, so that's that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our focal piece here, and this was three and a half, three and a half by 2.5. So this one is a little bit different than the samples that I'm going to show you. The sample pieces, they were a little bigger, but this one I wanted to be just a little bit smaller. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, we're going to bring in our Pool Party, because when you're color blocking, I think it looks best if your inks are the same color as the colors that you're blocking with. So we're blocking with Starry Night, Starry Sky, Starry Night, and Pool Party, and Daffodil Delight. So I am going to do that. Well, I thought I was. Here it is. So we're going to use the wreath from the Cottage Wreath. So we're using this one. Let me show you. We're using this one right here. And then I'm also going to die cut, or I already did, die cut another one out just so that I can show you a stepped up version. So this looks like I got a little bit of stuff in there. So hope this stamps right. So I'm going to stamp up towards the top just a little bit because I really want to give room for my bow and for a sentiment. But I don't think I left enough room for my sentiment. Yeah, my bow is going to cover it. So we're going to do something else. Okay, so as far as the sentiment goes. So we've got that. So now I've die cut one already. So we can step that up a little bit by putting that up on top. And it's okay if you see a little bit of it coming out. And if you don't want to, you can just line it up to where it all covers, just like so. So I'm going to stamp my berries on this. And my berries are going to be used with Starry Sky and our little berries here that we use to stamp on the Daffodil Delight piece. So I'm going to clean this off. Wow, I was really heavy-handed on that one. So Kim, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. So we're going to stamp that, and wait till you guys see this because I think that this looks really pretty, these two colors together. So pretty. So I want to figure out where I want to put my bow. So let's see. I'm going to put this one right here. Oops, I didn't stamp that great, but that's all right. So you can add more berries if you want to. I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. And then what I'm going to do is bring in some of my dimensionals. I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And I think this is going to be really pretty. Wait till you see my samples, though. My samples are my favorite. They are absolutely beautiful. And I debated on whether or not to redo those, but I didn't. All right, so there we go. So now I've already die cut my bow, and I die cut my bow in Daffodil Delight. So that's going to go on there. I'm not going to pop that one up. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on here. A little dab will do ya. Okay, just like so. And we're going to put that bow right there, just like so. I think I've got it straight. Maybe I don't. And that, I use the little bow die that comes in here. This thing is like one of my favorite bows. If you can see how detailed it cuts the bows. Absolutely love it. It is in the Cottage Wreath dies. Okay. Like so. Let me move this out of the way. And now I just got to figure out what we're going to do with our sentiment. Maybe I'll come across here and we'll use a different one. But isn't that so pretty? So pretty. And it's really easy to do. I really wanted to put birthday wishes, but it's not going to fit. Maybe it will here. Maybe it will. They already, I'm not going to mess with it. I don't want to mess it up. Let me see. Maybe if I can bring it closer to me and I can just wonder if I can take this off without tearing it. Ah, yay. You tore a little bit, but it's on the back. You'll be all right. Okay, so I think I'm going to use our Starry Sky. I'm going to ink that up, and I'm just going to try to stamp this straight into the bottom as far as I can get it, just like so. And then we're going to put this back on there. So let's put a little more glue on there. Come on. That was a little much, but it'll be all right. I just won't push down too hard. Yay! Okay, there we go. You could come over a little bit more. We're okay. We're okay. I'm not going to pick it apart. And then we're going to pop that up with dimensionals as well. Now, if you're mailing this, you might not want to put all the dimensionals. You might want to just glue this flat because you might have to pay extra postage. And it probably will have to go to the post office and do the special mail. What's it called? I don't even know what they call it. Okay. Then we're going to put this like that, and then we're going to center this right on top of that the best that we can. And then we're going to bring in our white base, and we're just going to glue this flat down. Hot but good. Oh, I know. You should see me. I'm a hot mess right now. My hair is flat, and I've got a sleeveless shirt on, and I did put makeup on though. That I did do. I don't know why, because it's just going to melt off as soon as I go outside. All right, so there we go. So isn't that cute? And that is color blocking. So tone on tone, you can change it up a little bit by putting, doing an embossing folder. So you can do the inside, you can decorate it however you want to do it. Just let your imagination go wild. Okay, so I have three of them here. Let me see. So this is the one that I was talking about. Now, although we did not do tone on this one, it's still color blocking because you have the different colors. So this is Fresh Freesia, Starry Sky, and then Gorgeous Grape. But isn't that pretty? So they're kind of sort of, I don't want to say in the same family, but they kind of blend a little. But yet you can tell that they're different. And then I just heat embossed with white embossing powder on that. So I thought that was really, really pretty. And then I just took a little linen thread and wrapped it around the end and tied a little bow. And if you wanted to step it up even more, you could put your embellishments on there. You can put some bling bling on there. So here we go. So these two right here are my absolute favorites. I can't decide which one I like the best. Now, it does look a little bit brighter. The Poppy Parade looks brighter than what it actually is on what I'm looking at. Maybe you guys are seeing more of a true color, but what I did with this is the, oh gosh, I love this stamp set so bad. I'm so happy that it carried over again. This is the Hello Ladybug, and I used the Ladybug Builder Punch, and I used the Azure Blue. This is Granny Apple Green, so I used some Granny Apple Green for the leaf, and then I stamped with the sentiment with the Poppy Parade, and then we just stamped on each color with the color, tone on tone. So it'd be Granny Apple Green ink and Azure Blue ink, and then Poppy Parade. Now this one and this one I did pull from a different stamp set. I pulled the splatters from the Quiet Meadow, and I pulled the the leaves from the Lasting Joy. So you can mix your stamp sets up too and make them any way you want to. But I think these are so pretty. Okay, and then here's this one I did. This one is with Poppy Parade, Coastal Cabana, and Crushed Curry. So isn't that beautiful? I think the colors are so pretty. And then I used some pearls. They might have been retired, but I don't think so because they had the iridescence on them. So the iridescent pearls, but I colored them using my Stampin' Blends. So, and I colored them with dark Daffodil Delight. So, and then the leaves I did in Coastal Cabana, and the sentiment in Crushed Curry, and the Poppy Parade flowers. So those are those. So tell me which one you guys like the best in the comments. Tell me which one is your favorite. Where did the other one go? Well, I don't even know where I put it, and we just had it. Oh, darn. Oh, here it is. Right here. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. So do you think that you would give this a try? Because it's really, like I said, I'll have the measurements for these on there for you. All of these measurements on these cards are the same, except for the white image layer. That is different. These are different too, but I will give you all the measurements to them. Okie dokie. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I think that that's pretty much it. Don't forget, if you're not getting my newsletters, I know, isn't the color blocking so pretty? I love it. I love it. I don't know if you were on here to see the other way that you could color block using blocks and ink. You can do it that way. There's no rhyme or rhythm on how to do it at all. It's just whatever you come up with in your mind and how you want to do it. You don't have to do the shape. You could do triangles. You can leave spacing in between them too. Like you can have a different mat. You can cut them down a little smaller. You can even cut them bigger and not have a border around. You can have it covering your whole card front. There's all kinds of ways. It's endless. I had so much fun doing it. I think I'm going to do a class on them too. I think we might have a class with the color blocking. Not this class coming up, but sometime we will. All right. Well, hey, Lynette, how are you doing? So that's it. That's what I got for you today, and I hope that you really enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you. I hope that you give it a try and that you have fun with it. Oh, good. Okay. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. And again, thanks for joining me. And next week, we're going to do layered stamping. So I'm going to show you. Yes, you missed it. You'll have to watch the replay. We're going to do layered stamping. So if you want to see how to do layered stamping and see what I come up with, please join me and come and join the fun. All right, you guys. Till next week. Doodly-doo.